Welcome to CLARALUX 2015. One thing you can do with CLARALUX that you simply can't do with any other mod is adjust the light levels from various fixtures in-game. In order to do this, you enter the MCM. Once you've entered the MCM, select Toggle Light Level Mode. You'll be met with a message which tells you a bunch of things you need to know, most notably that you can't move so you don't break your game. Read it, understand it, select OK. Predictably, this enters Light Level Test Mode. For this demonstration, we're going to select Randomize Settings, which, as you will expect, will randomize the settings. When we return to our game, we are met with a message in the upper left that happens to tell us what the 3 settings that are being randomized have become. We'll have to wait a few moments because the first update cycle, if you've left CLARALUX at default, is 30 seconds. I've cut that in order to not bore you to death. This part, I'm not faking. As you'll notice the lights change in-game, you'll also see the corresponding numbers displaying in the upper left. When you see a setting you like, either jot it down or stop and enter the MCM again. Whatever the last setting in randomized settings was, will be carried over into your game, thereby sparing you the agonizing decisions of having to select settings one at a time. This cycle will continue in approximately 10-second increments until daylight comes or you've found settings you like. As we stare lovingly at these lights, let's take a moment to discuss what these settings actually do. Brightness is fairly obvious because with every fixture CLARALUX provides, it also provides at least 10 light levels. Light variance indicates the over-under, if you will, of the brightness of any given light in any given time at any given random setting. For instance, if your light level is 5 and your variance is 2, you may see lights between 3 and 7. This is a subtle but organic effect that lends more variety to the world at large. Glow controls the radius of the haze that surrounds certain light fixtures. Glow is also directly related to the brightness of the light that is attached. Returning to our MCM, we're going to exit Light Level Test Mode. You're met with another message. You should read that. If you are satisfied with the random settings that have been selected, there's really no reason for you to do anything but go back into your game. You'll no doubt note that the last settings to be displayed in the upper left during the random cycle are now corresponding here in the MCM. If you saw something you like, or you feel like the random settings might need altering, go right ahead and alter them. I'm showing you the message here that will pop up if you decide to start changing light levels without entering Toggle Light Level Test Mode. Once you've selected Test Mode, you can adjust the light levels, the light variance, and the light glow as you see fit. Remember, if you're entering Test Mode for the first time, it may take up to 30 seconds to display your changes in-game. However, since we've remained in test mode for this demonstration, it only takes a few. And up pop the new settings on all of the lights in frame. Since you were wondering, the reason we prevent you from being able to move, although you can spin around, is because for you to move from cell to cell while the lights are changing, you'll throw the engine into a hissy fit. It simply doesn't like it, so we prevent you from breaking your shit. Despite all the hullabaloo about randomized settings, it's not necessary to use randomized settings in order to change your light levels. You may enter the MCM at any time after dark, toggle Light Level Test Mode, and begin adjusting light levels as you see fit. Once you have entered Light Level Test Mode, it may take up to 30 seconds for the lights to change the first time. Every time after that should take no more than 10 seconds. Now, we've locked you in place, but we'll allow you to spin around so you can take a look at what's going on. I've chosen the White Run Stables because there are a number of CLARALUX fixtures in this particular place. Notice the new lights added onto the walls. These are parts of CLARALUX fixtures and they actually can be disabled if for some reason you don't like them. Go to your MCM, disable White Run lights. Also evident in this area are lampposts and roadsides. While I was talking, you probably noticed the lights going from their original settings to the ones we set in MCM. All in-game. Let's kill two birds with one stone in this next demonstration. Let's turn off road lights, and let's also disable all the added lights around Whiterun. We're going to fast travel back to the Whiterun stables, and look at that. The lights added to the walls by Clarallux are now gone, while the vanilla lights remain. We'll take a little stroll out here to this main road, and my goodness, the lampposts are also gone. This is the power of Clarallux. You can adjust as you like without additional ESPs. Although I do happen to be recording this video with an ENB, Clarallux does not require an ENB. It will work perfectly well with vanilla or weather mods. For example, let's take Clarallux with the weather mod Purity. I believe the default Clarallux lights of light level 3, variance 1, and glow 4 are a little dim. I enter the MCM, raise them to something that I think might work, and return to our game. I wait patiently for the update cycle to conclude so as not to break my game. But fortunately, through the magic of video editing, you don't have to. Obviously, the lights that Clarallux affects will turn off and then turn back on at the new settings. All in game.
I've seen enough death to last 3 lives.
In the course of testing this mod, you've asked me that 100 times, and each time I tell you you're a f***ing sociopath. But let's check out Clarallux with climates and TAMRIEL. I again believe the default lights are a little dim, so I will change them to the same setting used in the first example with Purity. This will show you how Clarallux interacts with the weather mod of your choice.
Yet I never tire of a good fight. What do you make of that?
I told you. You're crazy. Again, we wait patiently for the update cycle to complete, only this time I'm not going to spare you. The lights come back on, and I suspect they're just a little too bright. In this case, the lights return. Oh god, this guy again. Next time, I'm turning off the artificial intelligence. At any rate, the lights might be a little bit bright, but that's the magic of Clarallux. You can adjust it as you like. Claralux 2015 comes with a feature called The Light Show. It is utterly and entirely useless. However, it will illustrate how Claralux can change light levels in-game. I built it basically to show off. As mentioned in the Light Show message, it may take a few moments for the initial update cycles to conclude. However, when they do, it's party time. As fun as this is, all good things must come to an end. So when you're done, simply go back to your MCM and disable the Light Show. You will be met with another warning telling you that the lights may take a moment to reset. It's okay. They most likely will. When all the dust settles, they will reset to the settings you began with prior to entering the Light Show. Some lights, as you can tell in the front, may take upwards of 30 seconds to reset. However, they will eventually reset. If they do not, you are offered the Reset Lights feature. The Reset Lights feature is available via the MCM and will do its best to reset all of the lights.